The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, as I swallow some of my lunch, and or future. Why, hi there, I'm Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 13th day of January 2023s, or 2023. And we have the pitching matchup from heaven today. You got Roger Clemens or Darth Vader for the New York Yankees at 5-5, and Pedro Martinez, who was 1-0 with an earned run average of 0.77 after 2 starts on the year. They're going to face off on a beautiful spring day at Fenway Park in Boston to finish out our second week of this 2001 in action PC Odyssey. The Red Sox are in first place. They're not going to stay there. The Yankees will win this division. I'm 98% sure of that. But hey, 8-2 is a great start for Boston. 5-5 is not what the Yankees want coming off their World Championship the year before. So we don't get many Red Sox games this year, and since Pedro only started 18, we're not getting a heck of a lot of Pedro Martinez starts. So that's what it is. It's the Yankees and the Sox from beautiful Fenway Park in Boston, as Retro Sports Network presents 2001 an Action PC Season Odyssey. Today, from Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, the Boston Red Sox take on the New York Yankees. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalToDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And a good afternoon to Zelderon. How are you? He's hoping for a Yankee loss. And Big Dave says hello. He listened to the show. Yeah, we had a great show. That was very fun. Anyway, Pedro Martinez on the mound. Pedro, in the height of his powers as one of the best pitchers ever. He had won 3 Cy Youngs in 4 years. 29 years old. He throws the cutter at 97 and a ground ball plus pitcher. Making his third start of the year. He has faced Baltimore and Tampa. He hasn't gone more than 6 innings in any of his starts against the Devil Rays. A 6-5 win for the Sox, but a no decision for Petey. 6 innings, 92 pitches, 3 hits, a solo home run, and 11 strikeouts. Yeah, Dog Day, Stice, yeah, I think that he is the best I've ever seen in my lifetime. Him and Seaver would be the two. Although the Yankee pitcher today was pretty gosh darn good, too. 11 2/3 for Pedro so far in the replay, just 5 hits. The solo homer in Tampa. He has walked 2 and struck out 21. And that'll give you a goodness gracious Buffy St. Marie. Chuck Knobloch leads off for the Yankees in left field. Derek Jeter at short will bat second. Paul O'Neill in right will go third. David Justice cleans up as the DH. Jorge Posada behind the plate batting fifth. Tino Martinez at first will go sixth. Alfonso Soriano at second batting seventh. Scott Brocious at third going eighth. And Bellinger, that's not Cody, in center field going ninth. No Bernie Williams today. Defensively for the Red Sox, Troy O'Leary a 5 and a 2 in left. No, Manny's a DH. Carl Everett is a 3 and a 4 in center. Trot Nixon a 4 and a 7 in right. Shea Hillenbrand a 4 at third. Graybeck. I don't remember Graybeck, and I watched a lot of Red Sox baseball at this point. He's a 3 at short. Jose Offerman a 4 at second. Brian Daubach a 5 at first. The captain behind the plate, Vera taking 8 and 5, and Pedro was a 7 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Big Dave says every day is better when the Yankees lose. I'm not paying people for this either. Pedro, so yeah. Yeah, Seaver, did not get to see Seaver pitch. How old are you, Dog Day Dice? Pound for pound, he has to be up there. I saw something this morning on a Facebook group as Pedro finishes his warm-up tosses that he is the last pitcher to win 300 games and have an earned run average under 3, which I'm surprised that that's not Maddox. But anyway, Knobloch at 277, no homers and 3 RBI. Pedro's ready. We're ready. This should be a dandy. This one starts with a ground ball to third. Hillenbrand on the grass. Knobloch can run. The throw to first. 1 out. That brings up the captain, Derek Jeter. Remember, he had a late start to the year. Still at 614 at-bats. He is on a tear. 462, 12 for 26 with 2 RBI. Pedro rocks and delivers. Right back to Petey. Throws to first. 2 out. Paul O'Neill at 286. Midlife crisis. How are you, everybody? O'Neill at 286, 2 homers and 7 RBI. These two pitchers dueled, by the way, in Game 3 of the 99 ALCS, and the Red Sox just rocked Clemens. Not that I had any problem with that. This must be an ESPN game. It's a Saturday afternoon. We fired up Vin Scully and Tom Seaver for this one. It's an NBC game. Pitch to O'Neill. Ground ball is short. Graybeck makes a bad play, and O'Neill will beat it out. Okay, 2001, Tim and Joe are here. Or Joe and Tim are here. It's a Fox game. David Justice at 237, 2 homers and 10 RBI. Graybeck gets a dirty look from Pedro, who can throw 115 pitches. Justice, little chopper off the mound. Daubach goes to get it. Pedro goes to cover, and Justice is out. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 17 pitches for Petey, half an inning in the books, no score. Finalizing. Oh, that's right. I forgot in high school that we do this about now. How you doing, pesky Pole? So, here is Roger Clemens. We had his first start of the year. Opening day against the Royals. A reminder, the Rocket, who would win the Cy Young Award this year, his 7th American League Cy Young Award. 38 years old, throws the splitter, 90 mile an hour. Doesn't favor either the splitter or the fly ball or the grounder. Pitched against the Blue Jays on the 8th for his first win. A 5-2 win, 7 innings, 102 pitches. He can go 115. 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. A home run, he walked 3 and struck out 5. So, vitamin B12 lover goes 12 and a third so far on the year. 11 hits, 4 runs, all earned. A homer, he has walked 3 and struck out 12. Will do. Isn't that an old Taylor Dane song? It's amazing what vitamin B can do. Oh, no, that's Love. But one and the same. The defense around Jolly Roger. Chuck Knobloch a 4 and a 5 and left. Good luck playing the ball. Bellinger. Is that Cody's dad? It's a 2 and a 2 out there. Paul O'Neill a 2 and a 5. This defense went to the World Series, by the way. Scott Brocious is a 5 at third. Derek Jeter a 5 at second. Alfonso Soriano a 3 at, or Jeter a 5 at short. Soriano a 3 at second. Tino Martinez an 8 at first. Posada an 8 and a 3 behind the plate. And again, Clemens not a bad fielder. 8 with a 957 fielding percentage. That's his dad. Okay. When Pesky Pole and I were talking about Roger Clemens during one of my streams, it might have been opening day, I got thinking about Darth Vader after he left there. And so this is the Anakin versus Luke Skywalker Bowl, right? Trot at 325, 5 homers, which is tied for the American League lead, and 8 RBI. Offerman will follow, batting second. Carl Everett, the center fielder, goes third. Manny cleans up as the DH. Troy O'Leary, his grandma, kicked over a cow. and started a fire, and left will bat fifth. The captain, Jason Varitek, batting sixth. Shea Hillenbrand at third goes seventh. Brian Daubach at first bats eighth. And Graybeck, I want to say his name is Craig, is at short batting ninth. Yep. So it's Anakin versus Luke. Nixon digs in. Clemens' delivery. Line drive left field, and that will be high off the wall. Knobloch had to wait for that to bounce down, and Nixon is into second standing with the second double of the year. And so the sellout crowd here at Fenway, dressed as empty seats for Halloween, has already given Roger some grief. Why they're calling him Daryl, I don't know, but that's what they're doing. By the way, a beautiful day here in Boston, 62 degrees, not a breath of wind and clear skies. Offer minute 3:14, no homers and 5 RBI. Clemens from the set struck him out. He got him on a 1-2 curve. Here's Everett. Carl at 244, a home run and 6 RBI. Struck him out. That's 2. A fastball swinging at 89. So Clemens trying to get in the groove here early. Here's Manny. 316, 3 homers, and 10 RBI. And much like we kind of forgave Anakin Skywalker after he died, I think that's pretty much the consensus now up here in Boston, in the New England area, is that Clemens pitched for a number of teams and has been forgiven. And Will McDonough, God rest his soul, would always refer to Texas as Clemens as the Texas con man, and this was when he was on the Red Sox. He was not the most beloved figure in Red Sox history. Pitch to Manny, and there's a fly ball left center field. Knobloch and Bellinger going back. Manny sits this one high and deep, and some broke a windshield. Call 1-800-54-GIANT. It's 2-0 Boston. He hit that one over the Volvo sign in left center. That's Manny's 4th, and it's 2-0 Boston. Clemens just caught too much of the plate with that, and Manny's just too good of a hitter not to make any pitcher pay for that. Wow. That ball was hammered. I gotta say, I think in the new version of the game, home runs are a lot bigger. Of course, it is a Texas pitcher. So 2-0 Boston here in the first. Here's Troy O'Leary. 194, 2 homers, and 4 RBI. Clemens will try to shake that one off. Pitch to O'Leary. Here's a high fly ball to right, but O'Neill should get that one. And that will retire the side. Red Sox get 2 on the big blast to left center from Manny. After 1, 2-0 Red Sox. Jamie says, I remember Everett, the local papers here used to refer to him as Tampa's Carl Everett until he started to have issues, and they dreamt the Tampa. Yeah. He's the one that was talking about dinosaurs. Yeah, Carl Everett is probably not on the... no one's ever going to compare him to Sean Casey. Jorge Posada, Tino Martinez, and Alfonso Soriano to face Pedro here in the second. Posada at 242, 3 homers already, and 7 RBI. PD starts the second. Strike 3, and 0-2 cutter at 94 on the corner. And that brings up Tino Martinez at 325. 2 homers and 10 RBI. Got him, and so we got a good morning and a good afternoon. A 1-2 curve. And Pedro, given a 2-run lead, could make that stick. Here's Soriano, 227. No homers and 2 RBI. Rocks and deals. There's a chopper that's going to get past Offerman for a single. And the Yankees have a base hit. You know, it's hard to imagine. But Roger Clemens and Pedro Martinez, for as incredible as they were in their entire careers, never had a no-hitter. Here's Brocious, 306, no homers and an RBI. They had a couple 1 and 2 hitters, but never a no-hitter. Throw to first, and Soriano is what? Oh, they got him picked off. How about that? Dahlbuck has it, throws to Graybeck on the bag, and that will retire the side. Yankees get a hit, and he gets picked off after an inning and a half, 2-0 Boston. So here's Varitek, Hillenbrand, and Dahlbuck. Jason at 182, a homer, and 4 RBI. Clemens starts his half of the second with a chopper over Soriano. Going to drop in front of Bellinger, and that's a hit. I don't think any one team had as much fun hitting off an opposing pitcher as what the Red Sox did off of Clemens as a Yankee. Hillenbrand, by the wow, 400 for Shea Hillenbrand. A home run and 3 RBI. Got him. That's 3 for Roger. He got him to chase an 0-2, 88-mile-an-hour fastball. So here's Dahlbuck, 147, a home run and 3 RBI. Clemens fires. Dahlbuck laces this one into right. O'Neill will pick it up, and his runner is on first and second. Did we really get enough snow for them to be scraping our yard? It is a bad weather day here in Burlington. It poured all night, and now we got snow. It is Craig Graybeck, and no, I don't remember. I remember the name, but I don't remember him playing with the Red Sox. Anyway, there's a good reason for that. He's hitting at 1 for 15. That's 067 with 6 strikeouts. Pedro, John reminds me, once had a perfect game against the Reds into the 9th. After going up and in on Reggie Sanders, and a glare from Sanders hit him, and Sanders charged the mound. So did Pedro sacrifice a perfect game on purpose to prove a point? Yes. He did that once in Tampa. It wasn't Bernie Williams, but it was another. Yeah, those were great games to watch, too. Pedro had an outsized set of huevos. No snow since Christmas in Cincinnati. A big rainstorm yesterday. Yeah, it poured here all night. Graybeck. It's a chopper down to Soriano. This might be close. Alfonso's not a good fielder. Does go to Tino for the sure out, and he does get it. So Dahlbuck and Varitek move up 90. 2 out for Trot Nixon. Clemens opening 9, 30 pitches. Inning and 2/3. 4 hits. The home run to Manny, and both those runs are earned. He struck out 3. Trot doubled and scored on the Manny homer in the first. And he got Nixon, so he gets the side, but not in order. Clemens gets out of it unscathed. No runs, 2 hits. Red Sox leave on 2. We go to the third here at Fenway Park, 2-0 Boston. So once again, I'm going to take a bite of lunch as Scott Brocious digs in. I gave you Brocious' numbers before. 306, no homers, and an RBI. Pedro starts the third. Struck him out. That's 3. He swung on and missed a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Clay Bellinger, whose son is now a Chicago Cub, right? Clay, 2 for 4 on the replay with a solo homer. 160, 5 homers, and 12 RBI, which just goes to tell you that Cody's mom had the talent. Wink, wink. Pitch to Clay. Ground ball to short. Graybeck deep in the hole. Snap throw to Dahlbuck. 1 out. Or 2 out for Knobloch. Pedro opening 9, 37 pitches, 2 2/3, 2 hits, and 3 strikeouts. He now has 24 in 14 1/3 innings. Knobloch is 0 for 1. Petey winds and fires, and Knobloch goes down. That's 4. Not sure what Pedro threw him, but Chuck was looking for something else, and that's the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 3rd here at Fenway, 2-0 home team. So Offerman, Everett, and Manny to face Clemens here in the 3rd. Jose struck out his first time up. Base hit right center field. O'Neill will pick it up. And Offerman takes the wide turn and goes back. So here's Carl Everett. He struck out his first time up. Bernie says we need fans in the park. We got 8 watching here. Just pretend it's Halloween and everyone's dressed as an empty seat. Mark Shaw sent me a bunch of pictures, but I'm in the process of trying to get the okay to get a new computer from Mrs. Me. And when that happens, we'll do the pictures then. Excuse me. Clemens sets and deals. Right back to Roger towards the bag at first. Throws to Soriano for 1. A smart play by Clemens. And it's a 1-4-3 double play. So I told you at the start, Clemens wasn't a bad fielder. And of course, the Red Sox have my speed. It's one of the reasons why I'm a fan. So Clemens went to Soriano for 1, and the throw to first was in time. So here's Manny. He smashed his 4th of the year, his first time up, and is now driven in 12. 2 out, bottom of the 3rd, 2-0 Boston. Manny pokes one over the mound, and Bellinger picks it up. Jeter got a late jump, and the captain's going to send you a gift bag for that. 2nd hit for the 6th hit for the Red Sox. Here's Troy O'Leary. He's 0 for 1. Clemens from the set, and there's a fly ball to right. O'Neill has it sized up and makes the catch. The Red Sox do not score. They get 2 hits. They leave a runner on after 3. 2-0 Boston. So it is the captain, followed by O'Neill and Justice here in the 4th. Derek is 0 for 1. Again, a beautiful spring day here on the back bay, 65 degrees, no wind and clear skies. Pedro starts the 4th. Jeter chases for strike 3. A fastball at 97, and that's 5 for Petey. Here's O'Neill. He singled his first time up. Struck him out. Good morning and good afternoon. A 1-2 fastball paints the black at 97. And Fenway is a full throat. Here is David Justice. He's 0 for 1. They want the side right now. He rears back and got the side. Good night. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. It's in there looking for strike 3. And Fenway is in pure pandemonium. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Red Sox. So here's a look at the standings going into this Saturday, the 14th day of April. The Mets have won 7 straight. And Florida's off to a good start, too. Don't worry about Atlanta. They'll get it back. But they're 2-8 in the division. The Reds, with their meltdown yesterday, have a 1.5 game lead over pretty much everybody, not named Milwaukee. In the West, that's a pick'em thing there. Arizona in first place. Boston, a 3-game lead as we get going today over the Yankees, and a 5-game lead over Tampa. In the Central, Chicago by 2. The White Sox have not committed an error in their first 9 games. 6-0 at Comiskey. And Seattle has won 6 straight, and they already have a 3-game lead on Anaheim. So Clemens has struck out 4 on his own. Here's Varitek. He singled his first time up. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. Bellinger will pick it up. And that is the 7th hit off of Clemens. Hillenbrand struck out his first time up. Ground ball to short. Jeter, Soriano for 1. Throw to Martinez, and it's a 6-4-3. Getting back to sacrificing yourself for a perfect game. This was the 3 or 4 year stretch where Pedro, kind of like Jack Nicklaus in golf, if you drew a 15-foot circle where Jack wanted the ball to land, he could do that back in his heyday. I think with Petey, if you drew a 5-inch circle where he wanted a ball to be at this point in his career, he could do that. Brian Daubach has a single, by the way. He's 1 for 1. Clemens fires, and there's a fly ball, shallow left center. Bellinger rides the Schwinn, and that will retire the side after 4. No runs, a hit for Boston. Another double play for the Yankees. No errors. 2-0 Sox. So here is Posada, Tino Martinez, and Soriano for the Yankees here in the 5th. Jorge struck out his first time up. That's 4 straight. A full count changeup, and I'm not sure what Posada was looking for. That's 5 straight for Petey, who now has 8 strikeouts in the game. Here's Martinez. Tino struck out his last time up. This is vintage Pedro right now. Fly ball right field. Nixon in the corner. Trot going back. 2 out. I almost did 2,000 to get that Pedro season. You have to remember that Pedro's ERA plus was 2.57 that year. There have been pitchers with better one-loss records in ERA. But as far as dominance in an era, you are hard-pressed to find anyone that will match Pedro in 2000. Here's Soriano. He singled his first time up. Got him. That's 9 for Petey. Wow. So on a cold and snowy day here in New England, Pedro Martinez is heating it up. Halfway home, 2-0 Boston. Just goes to show you really can't eat in a 30-second period. You joined us late. This one has been about what we expected. Red Sox leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Manny Ramirez, a 2-run shot to deep left center. Over everything, his 4th of the year to make it 2-0 Boston. But in this matchup between Roger Clemens and Pedro Martinez, both pitchers have done, well, Pedro's pitched incredible. He's thrown a 2-hitter through 5 and struck out 9. Clemens, the home run to Manny, 7 hits and 4 strikeouts. So Clemens hasn't pitched poorly. Look at Pedro Martinez's ERA. In his 3rd start of the year, it's now .54. Craig Grabeck, Trot Nixon, and Jose Offerman to face Clemens here in the 5th. Pitch count-wise, 69 for Pedro through 5, Clemens 70 through 4. Grabeck 0 for 1. Struck him out. That's 5 for Roger. Oh, 1-2 fastball got him looking. So Clemens opening 18, 76 pitches. 4 in the third inning, 7 hits. And a home run to Manny. No walks and 5 strikeouts. Nixon 1 for 2. He doubled and scored in the first and struck out his next time up. In the center, Cody's dad has it for the out, 2 away. Here's Offerman. Offerman is singled and struck out. Not necessarily in that order. To third, Brocious. Long throw to first. And Clemens gets the side in order here in the 5th. It's a tight one. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 6th there at Fenway. 2-0 Boston. You guys are awful quiet again. It'll be Brocious, Bellinger, and Knobloch to face Petey here in the 6th. Scott struck out his first time up. Pedro just having one of those days. That's 10. That is 10 for Petey. An 0-2 fastball. He paints the inside on the black at 97. You got him on 4 pitches. Here's Clay. He's 0 for 1. Listening as you grade. The economics of this are incredible. Martinez now has 31 strikeouts in 17 innings. In all 3 of his starts this replay, he now has double-digit strikeouts. I may, as an off-season project, do Petey's starts from 2000. This is just, yeah, mind-blowing stuff. He winds and deals 11. He swings and misses on a 94-mile-an-hour cutter, and Petey has got the 2 out via the K for the 2nd time in the ballgame. So Knobloch stands up there, weak need, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 79 pitches through 18 batters for Pedro, 5 2/3, 2 hits, and 11 strikeouts. Pedro looking for number 12. Nope, ground ball to third. Hillenbrand will have it. Shea flings it across, and that is the side. But again, Fenway in a frenzy. Pedro in rare form after 5.5, 2-0 Boston. So Everett, Ramirez, and O'Leary to face Clemens. Again, Roger hasn't pitched terrible. He hasn't pitched well, but he hasn't. He's just given up the one bad pitch. Line drive to right, O'Neill. Can't get there. That's going to drop in for a hit. Everett almost a threat to steal. Here's Manny. He smashed a 2-run homer to left center in the first. And those are the lone 2 runs of the ballgame. He also singled. He's 2 for 2. He's going to go 3 for 3 as he puts that one in front of Knobloch. Everett will round second. Everett's going to hold at second. So first and second for O'Leary, nobody out. We'd like to see that Pedro project. It started a 50-52 Sal Magley starts project. I don't know what engine I would do that in. That would be something. Why the Barber? Just out of curiosity. O'Leary, as I said, 0 for 2. Red Sox have runners first and second. Nobody out. Here in the 6th. Base hit right field. O'Leary smashes that one. O'Neill picks it up. Everett will round third and hold. And so they have Clemens on the ropes. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th for Jason Varitek, who is 2 for 2. So Everett obviously would score on a single. Ramirez, probably not. A double would be questionable, and O'Leary with decent speed at third or first. You're using Fall Classic. The one thing I like a lot about Fall Classic is that the pitcher's grade changes from appearance to appearance. I like that. Pitch to Varitek. Line drive to Jeter, and everyone scampers back. That was just a hot shot to Derek, and he just put it away. 1 out for Hillenbrand, who was 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Clemens would love to get a double play right here. Might get it. Ground ball to short. Jeter. Soriano for 1. Over to Martinez, and whatever Roger wants, Roger gets. A 6-4-3 double play, and the Red Sox do not score. So Clemens using that ground ball ability to be a pitcher as opposed to a thrower. He's given up 10 hits, but it's still, after 6, 2-0 Red Sox. Speaking of Derek, Jeter has struck out. He's 0 for 2. Pedro, not even giving me the fatigue warning, has fanned 11 through 6. To short. Graybeck. 1 out. Here's O'Neill. O'Neill has one of the 2 Yankee hits. Soriano has the other. O'Neill is 1 for 2. He is singled and struck out. Pedro rocks back. Popped up. Varitek doffs the mask. For 2 out. Easy inning for Petey. Here's Justice. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Martinez fires. Ground ball to Offerman. Jose coming in. Over to Daubach, and that will retire the side. Stretch time, 2-0 Boston. I'd like to give John Kiley credit for taking over so I can take a bite. Dave says, my father worked with the barber after he retired from baseball in the late 70s. Found a couple New York Penn League baseballs he found to sign. So I thought we need to do something different to try in sim games. Magley, as Daubach steps in 1 for 2 with a single, of course, gave up the homer to Bobby Thompson in 51 and had the unfortunate fortune to be wearing the number 13. Pitch to Daubach. Got him. That's 6 for Roger. He swung on and missed a curve. Here's Graybeck. Craig is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Clemens delivers. And Graybeck up the middle over the mound. Jeter has it on a couple hops over to Tino for the out, 2 away. So Clemens, 27 batters deep, 106 pitches, 6 2/3, 10 hits. To a home run to Manny and struck out 6. Nixon, 1 for 3, a double, scored on the Manny homer and struck out. Plus, he was a Buffalo area native. No, it was Branca that's the one that gave up the homer. Did I just mess that up? Branca, by the way, was a 5-time champion on the game show Concentration and came back and either won or was a finalist in the Tournament of Champions in 1963. Those games are on YouTube. The Concentration games. Yep, no, Branca gave up the homer and wore number 13. Magley was a good pitcher. Wasn't an ace. That was Newcomb in that era. But he's kind of like the Ed McMahon or Ron Juckin on the Digital Tonight Show. Just a tremendous number 2. Pitch to Nixon. There's a ground ball to Martinez. Tino takes it to the bag for the out. And we go to the 8th. The score 2-0 Boston. So Pedro at 98 pitches Got to keep an eye on it now. He's throwing the 2-hit shutout, but Pedro is not going to get you a complete game, I wouldn't think. Posada has struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. Pedro has struck out 11 through 7. Ground ball to Graybeck. Craig has to run in. Snap throw. Posada's not fast. And Dabach got him. Bang, bang. No, he's safe. He was safe. He beat it out. He beat it out. Joe Torre drops his coffee. Don Zimmer goes to say a few words. The Red Sox fans give Zip the gerbil a few things to think about. The replay showed that he was safe. Tim McCarver in the other booth is having about 19 or 20 words about that. There's no replay in 0-1. It counts as an out. Speaking of bad umpiring, do you see they are going to use robot umps in AAA this year? Here's Tino. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pedro winds and fires. Ground ball to first. Daubach, 2 out. Pedro might get the 9th or at least start. Here's Soriano. Alfonso 1 for 2. He is singled and struck out. What a performance by Petey. He kicks and fires. Struck him out. That's 12. And he will have the pitch count to start the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors. A 2-hitter from Pedro Martinez. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Boston 2, New York nothing. So Offerman, Everett, and Manny, the Red Sox would like one more to try to give Petey a solid shot at the shutout. Jose 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. Clemens got him. A late called strike 3 on the splitter, and that's 7 for Jolly Roger. Here's Everett. Carl 1 for 3. He has singled, grounded into a double play, and struck out. Clemens deals up into left center. Bellinger rides the Schwinn. 2 out. So we might have something rare even for 2001. A double CG. Here's Manny. 3 for 3. That home run in the first are the only 2 runs in the ballgame. He's now driven in 12. Fly ball to left. Clemens has done his job. He goes 8. Knobloch makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's 2-0 Boston. And so how 1968 is this? A chance for the rare double complete game. However, I'm going to have to pull Pedro if he puts a runner on. Brocious, Bellinger, and Knobloch for the Yankees here in the 9th. Scott has struck out twice. Pedro has fanned 12. No, Enrique Wilson's going to pinch hit. 1 for 3 as a pinch hitter. 1 for 5 overall. 242, a homer, and 12 RBI. I guess he goes to the Pirates at some point. Petey starts the 9th. Ground ball to Offerman. Jose over to first. 1 out. So here's Clay Bellinger. Let's see what they do with him. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Stays in the ball game. Strikes out. 13. Lucky 13 for Petey. A full count curve. Got him. And so 1 out away from a 2-hitter. Oh my goodness. You know who the digitalized player of the game is. It's not Troy O'Leary. Knobloch is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So 27 batters deep for Pedro, 121 pitches, 8 2/3, a 2-hitter. He hasn't walked a soul and has struck out 13. And Fenway Park again rises as 1. Petey fires. Ground ball, left side base hit. Hillenbrand is the one that hurt him there. It was just the one pitch. PD looks towards Jimmy Williams in the dugout, says, I want Jeter. And Jimmy says, you've got Jeter. But that's it. Last batter either way. Jeter is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Pedro looking to go 2-0. His earned run average now is .44. Veritek has a word. PD says, thank you very much. Ground ball to Offerman. It's a 3-hit shutout for Pedro Martinez. How about that? What a ball game. Manny Ramirez with all the offense you needed in the first inning. Two runs, 10 hits, no errors. The Red Sox left on 5. How good was Pedro Martinez? No runs, 3 hits, and the Yankees only stranded 2 runners. That's one of those games you just got to tip your cap. So the double complete game. He had plus stuff, imagine that. So Martinez, a 3-hitter. He strikes out 13. He wasn't tired. His pitch count was 126. PD threw 92 strikes and 32 balls. Clemens, 8 innings, 10 hits, rested his bullpen. The 2 runs came on the Manny homer in the first. He didn't walk anybody and struck out 7. So we expected this one to be a pitcher's duel, and my goodness, we got it. We're done in 46 minutes. So let's play the rest of this Saturday in baseball and tell you what we got coming up on the channel. It'll be golf next Friday, I can tell you that. So the rest of the day, the Reds beat the Mets 5-2 at Shea. Retzma 2-0, Al Leiter 1-2, Alex Ochoa his second of the year, 3 for 4 and 2 RBI. Tribe beat Detroit 7-1. Finley, I think that's still Chuck 2-0. Sparks 1-1. Omar Vizquel 3 for 5, a triple and a double. And as soon as we're done scrolling around here, we can go. Pedro, 13 strikeouts, 3-hitter through 9. Wow. All right, anything in those 2 games to miss? No. Toronto beat Kansas City 4-3. Cook, or Koch, or Coke, 1-0. Santiago 1-1. Gonzalez 3 for 5, his third of the year. Tampa beats Baltimore 6-4. Wilson 2-0. McElroy 0-1. Not Rory. And Guillen 2 for 4, his third of the year. Drives in 3. Albert Pujols has 4 hits, but the Cardinal pitchers walk 11. Houston 9, St. Louis 6. Ellerton gets the win 1-0. Rick Ankiel falls to 0-2. Lance Berkman hits his 5th of the year, 1 for 2 and 3 RBI. Chicago, Rondell White hits a grand slam, drives in 5. Pittsburgh walks 10. John Lieber gets the win. The Cubs beat the Pirates 8-4. Martinez 0-1. Mears, not Rick, a homer and 2 RBI. Colorado beats Arizona in Denver 7-6. White with a win. Craig Swindell, remember he pitched for Arizona as well, 0-1. Todd Helton, his third of the year, 3 for 4 with a double. Barry Zito strikes out 19. He struck out 19. My goodness, meditate on that. He gets his first win. Kenny Rogers, level turn you around. He's 0-2. Miguel Tejada, 2 for 4, his third of the year. Oakland 8, Texas 2. Yeah, wow, that's not who you'd expect to strike out 19. He did it over 8 innings. Florida beats Montreal 5-4 and 10. Darrensbourg gets the win. Ugi Urbina falls to 0-2. Cowboy up. Kevin Millar, 1 for 1 and a second home run of the year. Atlanta in 10 behind a good effort by Kevin Millwood. Beats the Phils 1-0. Remlinger with the win. Vincent Padilla with the loss. Rollins 2 for 4. I think that's Jimmy, and he stole 2 bases. Giants beat Milwaukee 5-1. Dave Gardner gets the win. He's 2-0. Haynes, his way, falls to 1-1. Barry Bonds hits his third. He's 2 for 4. Millward, by the way, 5 strikeouts and 3 hits over 7. Chicago beats Minnesota 10-4. David Wells goes to 3-0. Brad Radke goes to 1-2. Konerko, another good game for him. 3 for 3, 2 RBI and 2 doubles. The Padres beat the Dodgers 5-1. I think that's why we haven't seen the Goats in a while. Tolberg 2-0. Eric Gagne as a starter. Not working out. He's 0-3. Goodwin 2 for 4 with a homer. And last but not least, did I get all the highlights? I think I did. Anaheim beat Seattle 3-2. Valdez 1-0. Freddie Garcia falls to 2-1. And Troy Percival picks up his first save. Tuesday, at a time to be determined, we'll have the Dodgers and the Giants from whatever they call the ballpark that year. Pac Bell, Hernandez, and Chan Ho Park for that one. Wednesday afternoon, we will have Anaheim and Seattle, Halama versus Pat Rapp. And then Thursday afternoon, the Mets and the Reds. From there, what was his pitch count? All right, we can take a look. .126, and he should have thrown 113. He walked 1, struck out 19. And then Mashir struck out the side in the ninth. Oakland struck out 22 batters. I wonder if that's a record for a 9-inning game. 22. So 22 of Texas's 27 outs came from strikeouts. Wow. Now, is there anyone who didn't strike out? No. Even the pinch hitters struck out. They pinch hit 3 times. Rusty Greer, Catalanato, and Pena, and they all fanned. Andres Galarraga took the collar 3 times, and whoever Porter is in center field, is that Bo Porter? In center field went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Pudge Rodriguez is the only one that drew a walk. Yeah, I think 22 strikeouts is probably a major league record for a 9-inning game. Tejada had a put out and an assist. Jason Giambi had 2 putouts, and Terrence Long in center field had 2 putouts. Imagine that. First baseman and only had 2 chances in the game. Galarraga had 8. All right, so that's what we got for you. In golf, it won't be the Players, so we won't be at Sawgrass. But we will have golf for you next Friday. Until Tuesday, enjoy your weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you then. Final score here, 2-0 Red Sox. Pedro strikes out 13, and it's not even the best pitching performance of the day. It was like enjoy the weekend. So long, everybody.